You're tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akaman. Now, let the buzz begin!
Yeah, I get it. What? That's right, I said it. Bad girls, what? What up, AfterBuzz boy DJ Jesse Janedy here in studio for the Bad Girls Club Redemption season finale. Goodbye. Episode. I'm joined in studio. The ladies are back. Your favorite bad girls, y'all. Kristen Kelly.
Hi guys.
Alicia Samaan.
Hi.
Hey. What's happening?
How you doing?
All right. So if you guys want to interact with us, you guys can tweet us. Make sure you hashtag BGCABTV. That's hashtag BGCABTV. You guys can also call in at 424-253-0504. Again, that's 424-253-0504. So let's get it popping.
Let's go.
Yay, last week.
Did you miss us?
I did.
I know. It was so funny.
You had a caller call in. She missed you guys too.
Oh, we missed you. We heard all
I
about
guarantee you
it.
she's watching today.
Hi, babe.
Well, anyways, what did you guys think of the last episode?
Well, I don't know. It was kind of, I wish more had happened. I feel like they were trying to make a lot of big things happen out of nothing. You know, it's like.
Yeah, like the dinner was like, they kept talking about the dinner.
Oh my God, she's going to come to the dinner. And then they showed 2.3 seconds of the dinner with Danny being like, I don't know how to use chopsticks.
Yeah. Like, look at Danny and Julie getting along in teamwork.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
Girl, bye. That's going to be that's the damn catchphrase of the night. Girl, bye. So Danny and Camilla, we're talking about who has changed and who hasn't. Really, they were just talking about Julie. Danny feels Julie has the least amount of change, and she feels like Rocky acts like a little kid still.
I don't think Danny should really be the one that's assessing everyone's change.
Oh, I think that's a valuable point.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Why? Based off this season.
Well, I really don't think that any of them are mentally capable of telling anyone else their views and thoughts about them as an individual person, because they have to look at themselves. And if your life does not equal positivity and happiness and growth, then why are you judging somebody else?
Well, Danny feels that, at the end we see Danny says that she feels she's become more positive and she wants to stay positive.
That bitch is so not positive. Danny is like, I'm sorry, and like I know Danny already knows about herself, but she's just like so not positive. She's just so negative. She's such a wet blanket. Like, I hate to sound so 1930s, but like that girl is she's just the epitome of a wet blanket, And I mean, I'm sure she knows that about herself. I don't know if she's on medication and that's why she's so like, her voice is just exactly the same.
No, I disagree. So. Danny is saying, like she said, opening up is great. Work on yourself. You can do it. Stay positive. That is awesome. Whether or not she actually left and applied it to her life, just having that mindset and starting there is awesome. So,
I mean, watching this episode, I feel like out of all the girls, she remained the most constant in this episode as far as let's keep everybody together. Was that,
and I feel like she was the most real, even if she didn't change, and I don't think she changed. I do think that she stayed the truest to herself and to who she is.
I totally agree with
even
that.
if she is a wet blanket.
And she owned up to hurting Julie.
I use that all the
by the way. But she did say that she owned up to Julie, being a bad friend. So Danny,
that was good. That was good. However, I liked how they put a spin on it of, oh, Julie and Danny are friends and all that. But they're not friends. I mean, we had Danny call, and Danny said on her interview that they're not friends
because of the reunion. Apparently, on the reunion,
ooh, I can't wait.
Which I'm trying to figure out what clips they're going to show. It must be stuff that we've never seen, because I don't feel like anything that has been said by Julie that we've seen is anything for them to get upset about and not be friends over. So I'm assuming it was like
Something
must
confessional
happen.
or something. I don't know.
Wonder what's gonna happen.
Well,
Gotta tune in next week.
yeah, because Julie didn't show up to the reunion, but she gonna spill some tea on AfterBuzz.
Wait, who didn't?
Julie didn't go to the reunion.
She didn't go to the reunion?
She sure didn't.
Oh.
Interesting.
And we'll let her explain why she didn't. So the life coach lady, she wants to talk about how, she says, how you treat others is who you are.
Yes.
Totally
So
agree with that.
Laura, okay, I was so like, okay, Laura, I don't know about you.
Preach.
And then yes, it says Laura wins. Yes, yes, yes. Seriously, like what she said at the end, yes, how you treat others, that's like a reflection of you as an individual person. And that was just like, I love you, Laura.
That's so true. Good and bad things. Like when someone says something negative to you, like, you know they think that about themselves.
Mm-hmm. Insecurities.
Insecurities.
Hey.
You portray your
Hashtag.
insecurities on other people. If you say to somebody like you're a fat bitch, in your mind you're thinking I'm a fat bitch. By the way,
Go ahead, sip
you're
your tea.
you're a fat bitch.
We're all sipping our tea.
Not no more. So the mirror activity thing. Danny, like we said, she owns up to the bad friend thing, wants to fix it with Julie. Julie appreciates Danny taking ownership.
Awesome.
She apologized how she handles things. They cry, they hug it out. It's like kind of one of those situations where it's like, it seemed legit, but in this moment of now nobody's chilling with Camilla, you know what I mean? There's still that awkward, like, hey girl, like, hey, yeah.
I don't know. It's just fake.
Yeah.
It's fake. It would have been nice if it was real, but
So then Camilla is like, I don't care if people think that I'm negative. I feel like everyone's in here trying to kumbaya, and I feel like everyone's being fake because we gonna say all this in here, and then 2 hours later, we all gonna go back to the same thing. I mean, I look at that like, well, maybe 2 hours later, you're gonna go back and act the same way, because I feel like y'all are grown adults. And if y'all are in here being honest, like Laura said, and she got irritated. She was like, I'm not in here to kumbaya, to fake apologize to anybody. If you're sorry, Danny, if you really are sorry to Julie, then apologize. If you're not, then why are we sitting here doing this? For camera time? I don't know. What did you guys think about Camilla with that?
I think Camilla, like, I love her because I like see through what people may see on TV. I just think that if you're using the word everybody feels this way because or thinks I'm negative or whatever, like, why don't you like flip that and say everyone thinks that I'm negative. Why? Ask the question why. Like, be curious. See why people feel that way about you. And then use that and improve as an individual. And I think that's
That
where a
you're not
lot
negative.
of people like fail, is like, be curious. Find out why. Why does that do something? Or why do people feel this way about me? Or why do I come off as negative? Is it my tone? Because she may not be negative in her mind. She may be a very positive person, but the person in front of her thinks a certain way about her. So they're like, you're negative, you're this, you're that. Well, why?
And then it
Why
becomes
do you
a
guys
defensive.
feel like I'm negative? Like, why do you guys think this way? Oh, because you're walking in the house and you're trying to wake us up when you know we have to get up in the morning. That's why.
What was you thinking?
I cannot stand Camilla. Like, oh my god, that bitch is so extra. She's so crazy. Her wigs look so nuts. Like, she's just, I mean, I met her like one
Her
time.
wigs look so
Yeah,
nuts.
like I met her one time, and
Because she got herself.
I know.
I know.
Do you
She's
guys like
loving
her?
it.
Her name's
She's
Bambi.
loving
Her name's
it.
Bambi. She's a U-part wig. Do you guys like her?
I love it. Does it hurt?
No, it's like there's like, so this is my real hair, and
I
then,
love how we just turned
and
this
then it's
into
clips.
Kristen's hair.
And it goes around, and you like clip it in. I'm probably gonna make a YouTube video on like how to
You
put
should
it
do
in. But I love
So,
her. It's been
finish
great.
what
Okay,
you're doing?
I just don't like. It's just like, I don't know. So I met Camilla one time, and she seemed really nice the one time I met her. But, you know, of course, that was for like a few minutes. I mean, we did like an interview on Playboy together. That was it. She is just so like everything. I know it's an edited show, and yes, maybe she's really not like this. Maybe she was, you know, maybe she's like Natalie. Maybe she's like putting on a show. I don't know. She was just so fucking extra for me in this episode. Like, I could not handle it. Just everything. Like, you know, and her apologizing to Jada. Yeah, that's good that you apologize, but I'm sorry, a little bit too late. Like, yeah, it's nice that you did that, but in my opinion, it means nothing. You just wanted to save face on television.
When she was in the thing with the girls with Laura, she turned around to Rocky and was like, she said something about, you don't know what I'm going through personally. And so that she said, that's why I want to walk out. And so for me with that thing, obviously we saw last week that her friend had passed away. You know, girl, like if that's the case and that's what you're bothering about, like say that in
right,
there.
Yeah, talk
and
about
say,
your
I need to leave because I'm starting to get emotional about my friend. And, you know, instead of being like, well, these bitches in the camera and this and this and this. So for me, it was just like taking that negativity, which is stemming from another place, and she's directing it towards these girls.
Yes, I agree 100%.
When you get a chance, could you put a caller through? I want to get we have a caller on the line. What's your name and where are you from?
In my opinion, it means nothing. You just wonder
Girl, you need to turn down whatever you are watching right now.
Oh, they're watching us.
We love you.
I hear the feedback.
What's your name and where you from?
Roddy from Louisville, Kentucky.
Hi.
What up, boy?
Hey, what's up?
All right, you got to turn that the computer down because it's echoing back for us.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So what we're talking about right now is Camilla, and basically, you know, how she reacted. She said that everyone's fake.
Babe, mute.
Are you jerking off currently?
No, don't say that. Mute
Stop the
your-
jerk offs.
Don't
I
say
can't hear
that.
the girls though.
Wait, what?
Well, we can't hear you.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So what did you think of tonight's episode? Right now we're talking about Camilla and how she walked out of the group session.
The group section, I felt like it could have went. I don't know. I feel like Camila does put on for the camera. I feel like that's all what it's about is Camila putting on for the camera. I feel like she's not upset. I feel like she's acting.
Yeah.
I do feel like she's like Natalie and the other girls. I feel like they try to take it seriously, but then again, that's like Rocky's the same way too. Like when she's saying stuff, Camila gets angry or whatever. Like like Rocky just has to put in on it. Like I don't think it's not necessary. That's supposed to be what Laura has to say while Laura's here. And I don't think that's what they do, ever.
How y'all feel about that?
I agree.
Yeah. Well, as far as the whole Danny and Julie situation, them making up, what did you think about that?
I'm happy to see that. I was glad to see that, you know, Danny was talking about, oh, we're going to give you some pasta. I started laughing. It was cute.
That was
I like
cute.
I like them better as friends than enemies.
Yeah, I agree.
Laura at the end made a quote. Okay. Well, what's your Twitter handle?
Roddy Henderson.
All right.
Roddy Henderson at yahoo.com or whatever. But oh my God, Kristen, I got to tell you that I love you so much. And from season 5, you were awesome. You're my favorite one.
Thank you. I love you too.
I love you too, Alicia.
Thanks, babe.
Thank you for calling in. Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Y'all,
was cute.
when y'all call in,
But-
please do not have the thing on because it's really hard to hear.
It's just like when you call the radio, you really want to hear your voice on the radio. It's kind of like the
Well,
same
y'all,
thing.
guess
I get
what?
it.
The best part about YouTube is y'all can go back and watch it and save that moment forever.
Good point.
All right. So my favorite line, I think it was yours too, from Laura, was "Let this be bigger than BGC. Use these tools for life." Yes. I think that, you know, and it's such a simple thing to think about, but, you know, in that house,
true.
it's like you're so focused on Bad Girls Club.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree 100%. It's like if you actually think about like what you can do with just like the BGC and how much of an impact you can be, you would get bigger than BGC. But like there's some of them are just so closed-minded. It's like, no, just expand your horizons, think bigger. Laura, I'm your #1 fan.
This bitch is gonna come in next week with like a Laura tattoo.
Wait, she's really coming?
If you really get her face tatted on, like,
With
really
like her
coming?
catchphrase around it. You have to have her hands moving though, because she's always like she's
Wait,
gotta
I'm always
she's
moving.
gotta be
Is she-
Italian because
Is she
she's
from
like
Chicago? She may be from the Midwest because we use our hands.
I
Everybody
do think
talks
she is.
about,
No, but I mean, that's
Everyone
not a
talks-
Midwest thing because I'm from the East Coast and we use our hands.
Oh, because everybody talks about me.
I think
using
it's
my
like an
hands.
Italian.
Yeah, it's an Italian. Well,
Middle
I'm
Eastern.
Middle Eastern.
I'm half
maybe.
Italian and I know that like the Italian side, my mom is always like
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'd be like kung fu fighting.
Yeah.
Assyrians were like,
She's like, what did you
in
say
your
to me?
face.
Take out the laundry.
So-
Take out the trash. Put your laundry
You
away.
want some spaghetti with your meatball?
You're not eating enough.
All right, bitches, the same mob wives.
Okay.
Bad girls. All right, so Rocky and her father.
Oh, Rocky. Okay,
This
I'm
one's,
like
like,
your fan
crying
now.
over her.
Seriously, like
I'm not gonna lie, when she came back in the car and like talked about her dad, I did get a little like kind of like
emotional. Seriously, it
that's
was
I mean, it's a
awesome.
beautiful thing, but
was so
and I
cool.
really respect the fact that her father kept it in and waited for her to have that time to kind of.
Parents know.
It's funny because I like
Not all parents.
I like the fact that he was like, oh, had no, he didn't care.
You're like,
Who didn't?
No,
My
like, or
parents.
not that he didn't care in like a bad way. Like that he was like, oh, it doesn't matter.
Like, I
It's
know.
like, oh, it's not a big deal. All right, next.
Right.
So your
like
hair
that.
looks great. You cut it.
Yeah, I like that. And seriously, like for anyone that does want to like come out of the closet, like do it, because having your parents support it's going to be something like, wow, that was amazing. Don't hold it in. It's just going to
Well,
kill
no,
you.
do it on your own
Trust me.
time. Make sure
Yeah.
that it is in a safe environment, safe place, because not everyone's
Yeah, not
parents
everyone-
react like that. Because I know mine did. Show did it. They
Really?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't?
I mean, no, girl, I went to gay camp with my
Oh,
father, and then
really?
that's what made my dad be like, okay, it ain't fixing me. I'm this way. So
Yeah.
So gay
You know what I mean?
camp, like what does that do? Like they try
It's
to...
supposed to like fix you.
yeah, well, no, they don't call it fixing. They call it just trying to retrain your mind and
Reprogramming?
You know, kind of. But it didn't work out that way. It was actually one of the best experiences of my life because it made me and my father closer. So there are options out there, but you know what I mean. So just
You
look at
should
different
talk
things.
about your story more, Jesse.
I
You
know.
never
I would love
know.
to hear about that.
Yeah,
That
you
looks
just
so
never
interesting.
know what that might do for another individual.
One day. Unfortunately, not on Bad Girls Club.
Okay.
So
Here I go, Laura. I love
We're
you.
over here like,
We're like,
tell us
please
more.
Tell us more.
oh, that
Would you like us to
weekend was a very great, interesting weekend. But so Rocky calls Shannon.
Shanrock, they were cute.
They
I've
were
never
cute.
seen them before together. I've heard Shanrock, but I'd never like seen the dynamic. Kind of makes me want to go back and watch that season. That was your season,
And
right?
that was Alicia's season. Well, it didn't make Alicia want to watch that season.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind when you seen Shanrock? Because then we even got a clip of you punching Rocky's face with it.
Yeah, actually, let's jump to that. Like I wrote, seeing me.
Well, no, before you get to that.
Okay.
You saw Rocky
So,
and
Shannon
Shannon,
and Rocky.
then you were kind of like, oh my God, like,
Yeah, it
it's
was
bringing you back.
Yeah, it did. It brought me back because it was like Shannon and I were friends. Then Rocky got there and whatever. We're not going to talk about season 10, but I just want to say on the flip side of things, seeing a genuine friendship actually come out of season 10 is so awesome, especially because it was like the two of them against everybody in the house, and seeing them just still friends like a couple years later, that was really awesome. And Shannon looks like a great mom. When I do my Instagram creeping, she looks like a really great mom. She looks so happy, and I know because Shannon and I had a lot of one-on-one conversations that they didn't show, that she's gonna be an incredible mom. So
Really?
just really seeing that, it was like, it did take me back, but it took me back in kind of like a good way. Like, at least they got the best out of the show, and that's really a friend.
And then, so as far as you seeing the clip of your old self,
That was really hard. And
Why?
I don't want to cry, but like it sucked.
why?
It really sucked seeing me like punch Rocky and seeing me do that to her.
But
and
why? What did it bring you to? The feeling of
I hate you right now.
you have to do it. So let's go.
It just sucked.
I'm Laura, the life coach.
It sucked because I was so sad and I was so angry back then, and I just like really wanted.
Why were you sad and angry
I
back then?
hate you right now. I feel like you're Garen Jones. I swear that's what he does to me. It just really. I was so miserable on that show. I was so insecure. I hated myself. I hated everything about that show. I watched the girls being friends.
But what you were in this place before you went into the Bad Girls Club?
No,
you transitioned in there?
I transitioned in before the Bad Girls Club. I was full of confidence. I was this, I was that. I thought I was all of those things, and then I went into the house and I saw like girls like being really good friends with each other and like hanging out with each other and like cuddling with each other, and I've never had that before. And I was just always like, I mean, I was an awkward hugger you know, like, and it's just so now that I'm really opening my heart. So it was just like when I was on the show, I was so miserable and I was so insecure, and I did talk about my past on my Instagram recently, and I talked about like how my scars came on my face and everything, and it's just very freeing now that I can actually look back and say I was just really insecure with myself and I didn't like who I was, and I knew I didn't like who I was, so I tried to hurt people to make myself feel better. And I hurt her, and I hurt a lot of girls on that show, and it just, like, it sucks watching it.
But you're in a new place now.
I am in a new place, and it's all about, like, forgiving myself for what happened to me in the past and no longer using the abuse that I went through against myself in my everyday life. It's like, use it to empower myself and use it to help others not go down that path. And if you don't like something about yourself, only you can change it. So I had to do that.
I'm sure everyone else would feel like that too if they got to see, you know, clips from themselves from like years ago. So, you know, it's important to remember, like, we were on a show that like you can go back and see, but it's your past. Like everybody else, I'm sure.
I do want to say like one thing to Rocky. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry for what I put you through.
Have you said that to her?
No. So this is probably
so you're gonna have
like
to have a Camilla call
conversation. Yeah.
All right, so speaking of change, the girls all decided to go down to Mercy Worldwide and paint and build houses together in Compton.
That was so fucking funny when Rocky was like, I want to paint the house. And Reema's like, girl, what's painting a picture gonna do? She's like, no, I want to paint the house. Or no, I fucked that up. I said that wrong.
No,
but yeah,
we get it.
You guys get the sentiment.
Yeah, and I thought it was really great watching them paint, and it really shows if you guys actually pay attention to Camila, like she does have a heart. And
Camilla is such a sweet girl, and that's
really
why it irritates me to see this side, because I know what that side is.
She might be a sweet girl, but she's got to like check herself on TV because she looks like a fool.
Yeah.
She looks crazy. Like
I mean, a lot of the times it's the Virgo, you got to check yourself, but I feel like most Virgos can keep it in.
But that's the thing, don't keep it in.
No, girl, you keep it in certain situations.
You improve. It's opportunity of growth.
I feel like sometimes you have to keep in the crazy, but sometimes it's like, because I feel like around my family, I cannot like keep in the crazy, and I feel like they all do, so that's what makes me look even crazier. I feel like some situations, like, you kind of have to, like,
you have to learn,
you have to bite your tongue and just
how
be like,
much to release and how much to hold in, and then to know where the safe areas are for you to release yourself.
I think that's like part of becoming an adult.
Yeah.
Because I definitely feel like when I was younger, like when I was on Bad Girls, I definitely feel like I did not have any kind of like censor. Like I would just go crazy all the time.
Yes.
Now I feel like I'm more like, okay, you know, I don't care. I'm gonna go have a cup of tea and like go walk my dogs. I don't care anymore. You know, but back then, back then it was like that one tiny thing would make you want to lose your mind. Like, what did you say? Like now it's like, who the hell cares?
Maturity and growth.
Show is a
girl, bye.
Beautiful thing. Girl, bye. So Camilla, she, realizes from doing this that she wants to apologize to Jada.
I love that.
She wants to apologize for being childish. Let's get a caller on the line. Caller, what's your name? Where are you from?
Yo, Bad Boy Tim.
Your name is
man.
Bad Boy what?
Bad Boy Tim.
Wait, y'all can't hear me?
Yo,
Yeah.
what
Oh, we
up,
can
Tim?
hear you.
All right, Tim. So what we're talking about is Camilla. They were building the houses, and Camilla said, "You know what? I want to apologize to Jada." So she calls Jada. She apologizes. Jada accepts her apology and thinks that she's really dope for that. What did you think about this apology from Camilla?
Yo, I got a problem with this apology real quick, because coming into the house, I was a fan of all the girls. So I'm coming with like a objective thing right here, saying that Camilla, she claims she's changing, yet she's over here getting the apology ready, giving it to Jada. Then the moment she hang up with Jada, she's telling Danny, "Oh, I feel good. I'm the bigger person. Jada's the one that's gonna look bad." Why are you worrying about what Jada's gonna look like? You're just giving the apology, and then it should be over right there.
Yeah,
We should lead up to what's going on later on in the episode where she comes into the house making noise. Right here, this episode showed me that Camilla, she's been flip-flop and she's been doing it all season.
How do y'all feel about it?
I feel exactly like you feel. I mean, even Jada had said that she felt like Camilla was bipolar. I mean, I don't think she's bipolar at all, but like her actions were kind of bipolar because she was like, you know, your friend and then not your friend, would wake up and be happy and then, you know, turn around and hate you. So yeah, I feel like she's a flip-flop, but I feel like that's just maybe her personality.
I
Yeah, I
think
think
that
that's
was
her
so
personality,
awesome
too.
of Camila to actually apologize. When has she ever done that in the history of like me knowing her or
Yeah.
anything?
Her
She
life.
doesn't do that.
The history of her life.
So I give her props 100%. If that was on her mind and she wanted to call Jada, she did the right thing because why go to sleep? Yeah, call, do it.
I think it's
Say
fake.
sorry.
I'm not okay. Here's
I
why
think it's
I'm
fake.
not.
I think she did it for television.
No, but I have something against that because I've been a Bad Girl fan since the show started, and when I saw Camilla on All-Star Battle, it was the same thing. She
you're
apologized
right.
for what she did, and then
Yeah.
it flipped again.
You're
Okay,
right
but
about
here's
that.
my thing about the situation. So I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt that she, in that moment, realized, you know what, this shit's petty. Jada, I'm sorry for calling you this. Because, and she didn't bring up the camera thing to Jada on the phone, and I respect that. To me,
Yeah,
it was,
me too. I respect that
to
too.
me, it
She
was,
didn't bring the camera phone.
That was
the
so
camera thing on.
stupid. The camera is so fucking stupid. Like, how much is that camera? Like $300? Calm the hell
I
down.
mean, good, whatever irritates people. But so then Danny is the one that was like, that's just kind of messed up that Jada didn't, bring up. Now, and to me, if someone like Camilla apologizes for something like that, but I do wonder if Jada did admit to it and they didn't show it because they want that drama for the reunion.
That's what I'm wondering too, because the show does that.
Because they want, they want the drama for the reunion. The camera's going to be a big case at the reunion. I'm sure of that. But here's the thing. I don't feel like and maybe it was the editing, but I feel like when Camilla came in the house that night and she was drunk, it seemed worse when they first showed it. But then when they replayed it back, Camilla, what it showed didn't seem like she was talking shit. It seemed like she was just drunk coming in and being like, bitches, it's the last day, wake up. And in a drunk mentality, just like the other girls when they came home, in a drunk mentality, she's not thinking, oh, these bitches got to get up in a couple hours. These bitches are going to see Rocky's dad. So I wasn't really mad at her for that.
It's like drunk people do stupid things,
Yeah.
yes, but those bitches looked like they woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, it was dark out. Did you guys, it literally looked like they said they had gotten 3 hours of sleep. They probably had to get up at 4 a.m. In that sense, girl, what time did they probably get home? The club closed at 2, probably got home at 2:30. I feel like she should have shut her fucking face up and calmed down. I mean, and we don't know the situation. Maybe production said to them, hey, please be quiet. The girls are sleeping. Maybe there was a note up saying, hey, guys, we're getting up early. We don't know. Maybe there was signs saying, hey, please be respectful, and she just didn't care. Yes, I don't think what she was saying was threatening. I don't think she was saying, oh, I hate all you bitches. They were saying a lot of stuff that we didn't hear.
Exactly.
So, we don't know. Maybe it's hearsay. Maybe she did say the stuff. Maybe she didn't. But from what we saw, I don't know. It was disrespectful, but I don't think her actual words really mattered.
Exactly.
It was more
I
the
agree
action.
with that 100%.
I think that when you share anything, whether it's a dining room, a living room, a house, a pool, you have to be respectful of the other person.
Drunk or
regardless.
not.
Drunk or not.
But what's funny is I came into the season loving all the girls from their season and stuff, and still now I still like all the girls and stuff. Cause I'm not gonna be here in the car and be a hater of one of the girls. Most of your other callers, Jesse, a lot of these callers they come in with bias,
So cute.
ready
where's
to
the, where you,
bring down.
Hey, we
Where are you
we
from,
biased over
boo?
here.
Where are you from?
Look, Alicia's trying to get her.
I'm from Jersey.
I knew you were from somewhere up there. I love those accents.
Yeah.
So-
I'm Dominican. That's why.
Who do you feel had the most change in the house?
Who got the most change in the house?
Yep.
I will have to go with Julie.
Julie, why?
I feel like there was moments in the show where she wanted to go back to season 9. I wanted her to go back to season 9, Julie, but she didn't do it. So I gotta give her props for that.
Yeah, I mean, for me to say that I don't feel like Julie changed in the house. I feel like Julie.
She probably changed outside the house. And
Yeah,
probably
because
took it
the
with her
first
inside
time I
out.
met Julie, we had a very serious conversation where I explained how I felt very clearly to her.
I love your honesty.
And Alicia has had this moment with me too. But
Really?
with Julie, she just sat there. She accepted it. She went in her head and she was just like, you know what? Like, I know that I did those things and I'm not that type of person. And I mean, I haven't seen that season 9 Julie since. So I'm proud of her.
I think we could agree that this would have been a different show if we would have saw season 9 Julie from the start.
Oh, yeah. Oh, because then season 8 Danny would have came out.
You know that's real.
And I want to give a lot of props to Alicia from changing from season 10. Gotta give you a lot of props, girl, for changing, because I remember watching season 10, I was like, oh, god damn it, Alicia's like Tina. But then watching in the after shows, I gotta agree. I gotta give you a lot of props. You changed a lot.
And how hot does she look? She lost like what, 40 pounds?
I think you gotta stay with blonde, because when you go redhead, that's when the evil side of Alicia come out. So I gotta think you gotta stay with blonde.
No, Miss Chira.
Oh, another thing. I think Bad Girl Club is giving you a bad rep. I think every time you go on one of the shows at Bad Girl Club, they try to make you as their villain, because you know they always need a villain.
Yeah.
So I think they already picked out which girls they want as their villain.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you.
All this love is making her weep.
Thank you so much. I know. I'm too emotional today.
What's your Twitter handle?
At badboy_Tim.
All right. Thank you for calling in, Tim.
No problem.
Yeah, last week I had a caller call in, and what's it called? We were talking about like who some of the bad girls should have been in the house, and a lot of feedback was you, Kristen, because I mean, and I had to admit it. For me, I feel like one of the number one things from Bad Girls Club is done.
Aww.
And you poured bleach on me.
it's so weird
But I forgot about the camera thing too.
What?
You hid someone's camera.
No,
was it Kayla's or threw something?
No, I didn't hide it. I
tweeted.
smashed her camera, and it was
What
bad.
season were you on?
5,
I
like
wanna watch
2 million years ago. I have it all on DVD.
That's my favorite
Do you
season.
really? I don't have my season on DVD. I don't think I want my
You know,
season.
I haven't like seen all of it or anything.
You and Leah were my Julie and Danny.
Yeah, no. Leah and I were just talking the other day via like social media. Yeah, no, I wish I was on the show. I mean, it's so weird though, because like doing this has been such a kind of a therapeutic thing for me, because before I really couldn't watch Bad Girls Club because, you know, you get such a big head and you're like, I'm a star and I'm so wonderful, and then it's like, oh wait, no, I'm just the regular person I've always been. And with them really not putting me on anything, I kind of like hadn't nothing to do with the bad girl world for a while. So it's really cool doing this because, I mean, I didn't even really tweet. Like, my Twitter is Bad Girl Blondie, and I made that for Bad Girls. I would use it for Bad Girl promotions, but I never even really like tweeted that much. And it's like now it's like I feel like it's given me a whole new lease on, you know, the whole bad girl world, and I feel like I can definitely come at it in such a different way, like how you're coming at it in such a different way, you know. And I feel like you've made such big changes. I feel like I've changed, but I feel like my personality is kind of the same, and I think it would have been cool to be on it. I mean, maybe if they do something in the future, it would be awesome to do it, but I really love this like hosting aspect and like watching it from the outside world, because it's like not only have we lived it, we now get to like watch it and you know, reflect it and give, and it makes us grow too, because it's like, oh wow, like even watching Camilla, it's like I hope she sees this side, because I know with me, when I watched the show, I was like, oh my god, like I was like, I look fat, I look drunk, you know, like it had taken such an emotional toll on me, and I was like, god, I look crazy, like what am I doing? I hope she looks at this and I hope she sees like, you know, she has to change her ways, because if Camilla is really like this in the real world, she's gonna have a hard life.
Camilla's really chill. My thing is, going back to that topic, is I just really wish Jada had apologized for the camera. I just
Maybe
wish
she did.
Maybe
Maybe they edited it. You know, it's like, you don't know. Editing is so crazy. Like on my season with that girl, Kaylee. I broke her camera, but she broke my camera, and there was like, but you never saw her break my camera. You know, it's like there's so much stuff that they do to like tell a story. I mean, even that whole thing with her. I'm sorry, you know, I'm like gonna go off for a sec. We were actually friends. Like, I liked her. I went up to everybody and said like, hey, please be friends with her. You know, I know she's new and she's a replacement, but you know, she's a really nice girl. I liked her. The 2 times I said anything bad about her, because, you know, Lee and I were friends, I was like, yeah, you know, she's kind of like a puppy dog. They showed that. They didn't show me going around and saying, hey, like, please be nice to her, all this stuff. And that's why when we were at the reunion and she attacked me, I was so shocked, because people watching the show, yeah, like they see one way, but she lived it. And even though she lived it, and even though she knew I was like her friend, those two things I said about her made her crazy. And you know, you always have to look at that like you're seeing such an edited show. Like you don't know what's real and what's not.
Shout down. So the whole dinner thing, the girls talk about wanting to go to dinner. Julie says that her, Rocky, and Rima want to go to a separate dinner because they want no drama because Camilla was bugging last night. Camilla says that they're scary ass hoes. And Rima was like, oh no, bitch. No one's scared. And I gotta say, this is the most I've ever liked Rima.
I love Rima.
Like, I don't think she was supposed to be on this
her.
show, but I love her this season. I'm really into Rima.
Yeah,
I gotta say.
and I think because she also did like a full body makeover, she started working out, eating healthier, living a more positive lifestyle, and she's that person that we saw this episode and last episode. Like that's how she is in like real life. She's just really honest and like upfront and like, what's your problem? Like, I'm just over here chilling, nobody's scared of you. Like she's very honest. I like Rima.
Julie says Camilla's trying to justify her actions from the night before. Julie says Camilla has no heart, she's gross, trash, negative. Camilla says, bitch, I had a boyfriend in jail, I know what it's like. I mean, let's try not to like bring that sensitivity to
It doesn't even matter.
Like what?
But it's not about but to me it's not about her going to jail. It's
yeah.
about she's coming out to her father.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter. Right, it doesn't matter. Who cares? Everybody, I think every person in this world has someone in their family that has like once either been in jail or is in jail, or like a boyfriend or a friend. I mean, you don't have to bring it up and say it. You know,
Yeah.
it's
The
like,
jail part wasn't.
We're just
it was
talking
the
about the
respect
fact,
part.
right, that you walked in the house and you were, you know, screaming. It just doesn't seem like Camila was really understanding that it was like such a major
She's very
day.
childish.
It got very defensive.
Camilla, I feel
Like,
like,
right
has
away.
the mentality. Sorry for like interrupting. Right, I feel like Camilla has the mentality of a
see your
child.
face
Like,
texting.
yeah, well, I'm actually like putting stuff on Instagram. That she, I
Yeah,
didn't have
Jamie says selfie queens.
I know, I'm like, yeah, you know, I just felt like Camilla has the mentality of a spoiled child. Like that's something a child, you know what I mean? Like not fully understanding what someone's talking about when they say to you, like, you don't have a heart. Like, oh, well, my boyfriend,
You don't
I had
have a heart.
I had to get up, you know, and do this. Well, what the hell does that have to do with anything? We don't care that we have to get up early. People have to get up early every fucking day and go to work.
I want to kind of okay, think about what she said about her mom a couple episodes ago. How she doesn't want to behave like her mom, and how she doesn't want, what did she say? Like exactly, it was like, I don't want to be like all like under my mom's roof, and she, you know,
Does she live at
this
home?
episode, no, like she doesn't want to be, she said something about like not wanting to be, she wants to be let free. She wants her mom to like let her go and let her be free. Well, if you look at her interviews, she's always going back and kind of like referencing like something that her mom said. It's like, don't live the way your mom wants you to live if you want your mom to let you go and be a grown, mature woman. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know?
I see that.
Because she said it today. She said, my mama says you can kiss Camila's butt. She said the other word.
Well, her mom seems controlling. I mean, even when her mom was like trying to fix her hair.
So
you
what
know?
my point is, though, is like, if you don't want to be what your parents perceive you as, then don't even bring that up. Don't even let that enter your mind. Overcome that and be who you want to be. I don't know. It's just deep.
So the girls are leaving. Rima was the first to leave. She said she was happy she fixed her relationship with Julie and thinks that everyone should just forgive because she's going to walk out of the house and have let go of all the negativity.
It would have been nicer if there was more Rima.
Yeah.
Like, there would have been nicer if there was more. I feel like it would have been a lot more fun if there was more fun people
More
in it.
Rima.
I mean, but
Like, yeah,
even
if there
like
was more
these
Rima,
girls,
there's more fun. Like, if
but
they were
if these
doing...
girls started the show, I don't know. I think it would have been a full redemption season. If these girls started the show, we didn't have Judy, we didn't have Natalie.
Oh, good point.
I just think it would have been really chill. I think Sarah would have integrated well with the other girls. I think that they could have worked on those parts.
I felt bad. I felt
of
like
it.
Sarah didn't really have a voice.
Yeah.
She chose that, though. She chose like the paths that she went down in the house. You know?
I feel like the whole thing with like Natalie and Sarah and Judy, I just felt like they had kind of, you know, segregated themselves. They'd kind of put themselves into this whole thing, like, we're stars, we're bigger than everybody.
I get why they did
and
it.
yeah, it's like it was a publicity move. They knew that they were gonna, you know, make themselves into their own little group. Like, that's fine. But in choosing to do that, they really like, they ostracized themselves in such a way that made it not able. It made so Sarah was not able to really have a relationship with any of the girls.
To me, Natalie, out of all that, Natalie's the only one that can walk away from that and still be Natalie Nunn. Like, to me, Judy, it's kind of just like, oh.
I mean, I would have loved to see Judy and I would have loved to see Natalie actually redeem themselves, because I feel like of anybody in the show, I feel like those two would have done such a good job at, you know, if they had really tackled their problems.
Natalie could have changed other people's lives with the amount of people that follow her.
Yes, like Natalie
had that
Natalie could have worked
ability.
on some of that, and I feel like she could have worked on, you know, her own self-image, maybe, you know, why she is mean to people. And I feel like Judy could have worked on her, you know, addictions, and that would have been so great. That would have been some good TV, and it could have helped a lot of people.
I'm praying that since Natalie has...
When she's pregnant.
Yeah, pregnant.
That
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Natalie.
Hopefully that will
and Jacob
change her, because I mean, my best friend, you know, she was a little bad girl herself, and it took her coming in, you know, and getting pregnant and having motherhood to really change.
I'm so scared about when I get pregnant.
I do want to say congratulations to Sarah, because she said that her goal was to not physically fight or hurt anybody. So congratulations. Yeah, I celebrate goals.
Cheers. Cheers to that.
We're sipping tea for you, boo.
Holla.
Good for her. Good for everybody that there wasn't any big fight other than the whole Red, you know, chewing on Natalie.
I think all of their goals, because we don't know what their personal goals were going into the show. Yeah. So now we do, and like hearing them say,
which I wish they showed that at the beginning of the show, because part of me
like
my goal to not fight anybody. Like, that kind of is like, well, girl, they also wasn't going to give you a paycheck.
Yeah, and I wish that it hadn't been a paycheck,
the benefit of the doubt,
but an emotional paycheck of like, oh, if you know, like, I don't know, that to me, I almost felt like all the girls were like holding back from doing stuff because of the money, when it shouldn't have been that at all. It should have been, I don't want to like beat someone's ass because I want to talk to them. Like, they should have had so many more activities. Like, I feel like when the girls were all going like fucking crazy and screaming at each other, that's when they should have had Dr. Laura come in and maybe had 2 seats down, like a Dr. Phil's style show, and had 2 seats, had the girls talk and have Laura between them.
Not
that
Dr. Phil, what's it called? Dr. Drew, when he used to like be in the house, and then it would be like, if a random thing, the nurse would come out.
Actually tackle problems, not escalate problems, because I feel like Oxygen, they're just like putting the fire, they just want the fire to like blow up, you know, like they don't care.
The day Julie and Danny got into it, Laura should have came into the house, sat Julie and Danny down, talked about it, sat Natalie and Camilla down,
how to get over this
security,
and work through it.
Like,
that's a good point.
Yeah, because them having security run out was so stupid. It's like, okay, so you're gonna have security run out, you know, stop them from hurting each other, but what about the emotional hurt? That there's nobody there to stop that emotional hurt.
I like the views.
Julie says that she made up from season 9. She thought that bad girls was someone who always gets her way, being sneaky and manipulative. Danny said she felt everyone was changing and growing, and she understands why there was so much tension in the house, because everyone was going through these emotional things. Camilla's her BGC sister. She wants to remain positive. Rocky was everything at the end.
Oh my god.
Yo, like that last scene with her and Camilla.
Dress and shoes.
Like that Rocky
that was the best I've
like
seen
she was on the cover of Vogue. Like she looked so drop dead gorgeous.
Really did.
What she I mean, like, not saying she looked bad at all, you know, during
Julie
it.
did her makeup.
But was that it? Cuz she looked
glowing.
So her skin, her hair. Oh my god, she looked
So
I'm coming out. I'm a lesbian for Rocky.
I know. We all just kind of.
Here's what I hated, though. I hated that her and Camilla were like, "Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me." Boom.
You know, there's.
But I get it.
I feel like
waiting for the reunion type of thing. Maybe.
I feel like they totally could have said, "Okay, bye." They could have hugged. They could have, you know, done a sprint together and like ran around the house like loving each other. And they didn't show that. You know, like we don't know what they showed.
True. It was an awkward exit.
I feel like they wanted to make enemies.
Rocky said that she wanted to be a helping hand versus a fighting hand. I mean, you still fought a little bit, but it was to help out other people, I guess, if we want to pull the positive out of that. But I think Rocky will now change as a person now that she was able to get that deep stone out of her. That she came out to her father, and I think that's something that holds on heavy. Then we get Camilla, the queen. She's crying. She's proud of herself. She regrets talking about Jada's mom. And then let's head into predictions. Hey, all right. That was a new prediction one. All right, so next week we got reunion. Tanisha's the host. Please, girl, no fat jokes.
Oh, gosh.
That's going to happen. Judy's crying. Sarah, that is blasphemous to even be trying to look like Britney Spears from
Oh my
Toxic.
God, you're not the only one. Yes, when I saw that, I was like, oh,
Britney
that's
is
like
my
so
queen.
Britney is my queen. Do you want to go to Vegas together to see her? I'm so serious.
I saw her in Vegas last time for New Year's.
Oh my God, can we please go?
When
is
she
the
coming?
biggest Britney
Oh,
Spears
wait,
fan
for
ever.
her. Isn't she like the host?
Yeah, Peach
Yes.
Yeah.
Please. When I saw that on Twitter,
Let's do it.
I was really like,
oh my God, road trip!
I didn't understand. Like, you cannot try to do that's like Britney Spears. You can't do that.
It's just blasphemous.
You cannot do that.
I mean, I liked it better than that whole ponytail thing. That was actually kind of Britney too. That Sarah had done a different
a Britney
reunion.
Fan. Oh, are you a Britney fan?
You know,
I would like her a little bit more if she was a Britney fan.
Yeah, me too. But just let's stay away from trying to look like her. And then I don't know who it was. Rima running across the stage.
I think it was Rima because it was a little. She looked little and she was wearing a white dress.
Rocky and Sarah? Was that what we saw?
But I was confused. Who was in the white dress? Because why would Rima attack Judy? Because that's who was on the coach. It was Judy.
Well, for Chicago, who knows? They could have said something. You know how being from the same city as you ain't from the Chicago. Huh. I'm from Bolingbrook.
Interesting. Yeah. And then it was Camilla fighting, or she was talking to who? Jada. She was like, "Bitch, I called your mom something to your face." So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, it's really. I actually am looking forward to it.
And
then Tanisha jumping up and down
like she want to fight somebody.
That was extra.
Is she gonna
fight?
I don't know.
I
guess we'll find out more next week. Make sure you guys hit us up at AfterBuzz TV on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You guys can tweet me at DJ Jesse J.
You can follow me on Twitter at BadGirlBlondie and on Instagram at Miss Kristen Kelly. And please follow and watch my videos on YouTube at Kristen Kelly TV.
And I am Alicia Samaan. Thank you, everyone, for all the support and love.
Yes.
Love you guys.
Till next week, same time, same place. Peace.
Boom.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later, bitches!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.